we are rolling. Gun is clear. Hey, what's up guys? It's Ryan with Rick's. I'm out here gonna talk about my personal T20, my personal setup that I run with my T20. Some of the things that I like about this scope, the number one thing for me is the recording capabilities. I like hunting deer. I primarily use this as my deer rifle versus trying to use it for predators and stuff with my IR light and everything. But I like to have that capability for when I'm deer hunting, that once the sun goes down, I can press a button, turn my light on, and then I can shoot pigs that are coming in. A lot of times the pigs come in after the deer have gone, everything's gone, and they come right when it gets colder, when the sun goes down. So I like having that capability. The other thing is I let my kids use this, and I can link it to my phone to live stream where they're aiming. And I can look where they're aiming, tell them where to go, what animal they're aiming at. If there's 2 or 3 deer out there and I want them to take a specific one, I can say, nope, go to that one on your left, right, farther back, forward, whatever it is. The image on this, I think is really good. The zoom, it goes space mag from 3.5 to 15 power, and it's not as high as some of your 25 power optics, but what you're losing when you don't have that super high magnification is you have that recording capability, which for me, shooting deer, I'm really not taking anything higher or longer than a 200-yard shot with this. I would feel comfortable out to 3, maybe even 400 with this, depending on my IR light at nighttime. In the daytime, plenty of light, I feel very confident doing that. This is the gun that I run here. It's a CZ600 Alpha 308. I got a Dead Air Nomad L suppressor on there. Super quiet, low recoil. Paired together with this T20, it's a stupid tack driving machine. I had this scope out in 2024 for deer season. It's sighted in, did my deer hunts. I basically put this gun away. I got my other thermals, my other rifles that I use throughout the year, shooting other different things with my thermals, but I put this gun away. It's primarily my deer rifle. I pulled it back out almost a year later at the end of October, getting ready for the 2025 deer season. I went to just check the zero on it, make sure it's still good. I hadn't touched this gun or this scope in a year. The battery was still over 90% inside here. When I took it out at 50, it shot about 1 inch high. I dropped it back down to 300, or back down to 100, and I put 3 rounds where they're all touching a 1/2 inch high at 100 yards where I like it. It's super accurate, super crazy. I did change out the rings that it came with it. I put on some of my own rings other than what it came with, just because I like a lower, for this rifle it fit lower and I liked a lower profile personally. You don't have to do that, it's just something else that you can do. Trying to sight this scope in, for the guys that are wondering, you know, if this might be your first digital scope or whatever, sighting in is super easy, and it's almost the same as a daytime scope, except you're going to move the reticle to the point of impact. So whenever you shoot your 3-shot group, bore sight it. I always bore sight my stuff, and you can freeze the image, move your reticle to where it needs to go, save it, shoot your 3-shot group, then move that reticle to the impact, and then hit save. And like I said, I've had this personal scope of mine. This is one of the first T20s that we ever had. I mean, it's close to 4 years old now, 3.5 years old. It's never let me down. The T20s are probably one of our most reliable optics that we have. I literally have watched people drop it on concrete and it's chipped the concrete and this thing's fine. I would feel confident freaking hammering a nail in with this thing and it not breaking. The menu is super easy to work. You only have the 3 buttons on top. You got your power button, you have your record button, and then you have this button that changes it from daytime to nighttime mode, and your menu button here on the left side. Everything else is ran by this turret. This is where your battery is, where you go to charge it. So how they wanted us to show this scope off at shows and advertise it was to literally put a bucket of water on the table and just let it sit there. This thing is made to be in the elements. It can get wet, it can get in the snow. Nothing is going to damage this scope, I'm telling you. This thing's crazy. My main thing that I love about this scope is the recording capabilities. I made a shot on a deer last year or 2 years ago. We'll throw up the footage here for y'all. Probably my favorite feature about these types of scopes is that I can record, and I can watch my impact. I can see where the deer runs after it's hit, the pig's hit, whatever it is. I can go back and watch footage with this unit, I shot a deer a little over 200 yards, probably around 230, and for a split second, you can see him run off and go a certain direction into the trees through the cactus in South Texas. So made the shot, it ran through the trees, it went off. I went back and rewatched the footage and I could just see right where it ran around a corner. I found one speck of blood and then nothing. And so I went back, I was trying to figure out, I was rewatching the footage, getting more info. I had a T6 with me also at that time on that hunt. For me to find this deer, I basically drove to a general area of where I saw him through the video of running, and I got on the very top of my truck with the T6, this one here, and I looked down and started scanning through all the cactus, and I found a little bitty speck of white, and I ended up crawling through the cactus and recovering that deer. I think that's super important to me. You never want to lose an animal, and so this has already made up for any of that. If I was using a regular daytime optic, most likely I would have never have found that animal. So that's probably my favorite thing about using this optic. And then just second, right behind that, I like having the nighttime capability that I can use this with the IR light. I can turn it into a nighttime scope if I want. You can do a lot of predator hunting with this. I have other scopes that I use for my predator hunting. It's primarily used as my deer rifle. That's what I use this for. And so if pigs come out, I hear pigs, I'm walking back to the ranch house or wherever I am, I hear pigs, I can immediately I don't have to bring two guns with me. All right, so I mean, that's kind of a little bit about what I like about this scope, what I like about this rifle. Y'all got any questions? You wanna comment down below? We'll get to answering as fast as we can. Y'all call us, we can answer questions, we can answer. Most of our guys are pretty knowledgeable about every scope we have, firearms, bullets, trajectories, whatever y'all want to talk about, give us a call. Here, you want to rock one off? Hey, sort. Come on. Thank you. Okay.